Final Fantasy Part 6. We're finally back again with this first ever playthrough of the game. I streamed this over on Twitch. This is a compilation of the last stream I had of Final Fantasy. I'm still working on my timing while speaking to make sure I can upload parts of the stream rather than having to comment over the video like I'm doing now. So last part, I don't want to say unlucky. I acted not very good. It took me a long time to figure out where to go next and find the canoe. But last time we left off here at Mount Gulg before I decided to end the stream there. And this is me heading through Mount Gulg. We're almost at the end, I'm assuming, because I'm almost out of potions. And as you can see, my warriors of light aren't very healthy anymore. We encountered this red dragon, and I noticed that my thief and black mage are almost gonna fall if I don't do anything about it. So I decide to attack once more. Unfortunately, Blaze goes first, takes out my thief and black mage, and if that hit hadn't have taken out the red dragon, I would have been in big trouble because the white mage and my warrior would have probably fallen to the next blaze. So I got pretty lucky. Decide here to heal or to bring them back to life, my black mage and the thief. And obviously I'm going to have to use some potions to make them battle ready again. Unfortunately I'm down to 16. I'm pretty sure I entered Mount Gold with around 80 potions. So I make sure to heal the warrior back to around half. It's not quite there. And then for some reason I heal the thief almost all the way back. And I clearly don't have enough potions to now heal the white mage. So yeah, I'm almost out of resources. So we head down to this door. And here I see that this is the fire crystal that needs to be purified by us. And there is, of course, a boss battle before I take it on, as there was in the Earth Cavern versus the Lich. So I'm pretty nervous here. I don't really know what to do. And I was hovering this menu for quite a while. So maybe we can speak about this playthrough up that I'm really enjoying it. As I said, I stream it over on Twitch. And I thought, as a follower goal, once I hit 32 followers, I would do a challenge run of this game. I don't really know what sort of a challenge I should do. I have put down permadeath, so if one of my warriors falls, I cannot resurrect them. Maybe also no items in battle to kind of lean on the Nuzlocke rules. I know often the challenge runs in this game revolve around using a single character class, but I feel like all of the character classes are pretty good. Maybe some of them are weak early on, but certainly all of them are usable in the late game, as far as I remember from what I read. Yeah, so that would be great if we reach that and can do a challenge run of this game. I was hovering the menu here trying to figure out what to do in preparation for this battle for quite some time. I decide in the end to use ethers on the white mage so that the white mage can heal back the rest of the group with cures and curas, which was a mistake. I should have just used curaga, as I ended up having to use another ether because I ran out of MP on the white mage. Yeah, no, I was probably interacting with chat here because I can't really explain why I was hovering in this menu for this long. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, definitely interacting with chat here. I should have just cut this out, but this, is the quality of upload we like on this channel. Yeah, I don't know why I'm going back up to the items menu. There's no potions left. And now for some reason I'm going down to the order. Exactly. Magic is what we wanted to use. Heal everyone back. And then take on this final boss battle before we can purify the fire crystal and venture on in this journey. I got very lucky in this part compared to the last one when I spent hours trying to figure out where I had to go. In this part, I accidentally did a lot of things correctly, thankfully. But yeah, I think this is it. There's no way I'm going to use a cure to heal a single HP on the Black Mage. Exactly. Alright, let's get out of this menu and head into this boss battle. Right. There we go. Okay, so you are the ones who defeated the Fiend of Earth and roused Marilith from her slumber. There's the red orb. It is the boss battle. And it is Marilith. The power of the burning flame is mine, and mine alone. Those who would oppose me shall burn in hellfire. Right, let's take on this battle. So, as you can tell, I was pretty nervous about this one, as I had lost the first battle versus the Lick. This was the first time I encountered Marilith. I don't know why I elected to defend exactly. I should at least attempt to maybe silence. It probably won't work. It doesn't work in most boss battles, or it hasn't worked in every single boss battle up to now, but I still give it a try. And then for some reason I decided to go for Thundaga. I think I'm not quite aware of how the elements work in this game. That does almost no damage. Like, that wasn't even 100 HP combined. Silence misses. Thundaga does over 100, but I was getting pretty nervous about this battle. Marilith hasn't attacked yet, so I'm good to just keep attacking. For some reason I think I end up going for a Slow-Ra, which I should have just kept attacking here. The warrior did a little more damage, but the thief's damage was neglectable there. I think I elected to just attack with the white mage there. Well, I suppose it's a bit difficult to read into who will be attacked. And yeah, I'm still considering the option. Should have gone for Blizzara here. 91, at least we're doing a lot more damage now, all of a sudden. On Daga again, we do a lot 100 damage. And here's a Faerie. I'm nervous about this. It does 100 HP on every single warrior. So another 3 of them would knock out my team, which means I should get to curing my team back. Yeah, Black Mage would be the right option. And we go for another Thundaga. I just went for it because it was the highest level spell I have, and as I said, not considering the elemental advantages in this game, if there even are any. I haven't looked anything up for this playthrough. It is a genuine blind first playthrough of the game. I have to heal the white mage here, otherwise it will be, or they will fall. Thief is now doing 100 HP with every hit, which is very good, or I suppose they're 5 hits combined there. It misses, we get another Thundaga in. If this is a fire, Marilith has attacked the warrior directly in that turn, so I'm not in danger of falling here. Heal the thief, use another Thundaga. Battle is sort of under control. I think if the warrior gets hit again, it could become a little nervy, or Faerie, of course. It's never great. That did 2/3 almost of my thief's HP. So we have to cure the thief once more. And then the Black Mage will use Thundaga. Oh, I decided to go for Blizzara finally. And this 2-level lower spell does 1.5 times the damage of Thundaga, so I should use that early. But we finally defeat Marilith and have cleared Mount Gulg now, which is great after having taken so long to discover Mount Gulg. So here's the animation of us purifying the crystal. And there we go. Concerning the crystals, that will be half the game done about. So we can head out of Mount Gulg now. I think, yeah, I headed back in because I thought I left some rooms with treasure chests behind, just to clear that up. And then I kept wandering, and rowing in my canoe and eventually stumble upon this Cavern of Ice. I won't be showing the whole playthrough, but I found this room here with a hole in the ground. I drop down and land in the middle of all of these cracks in the ground. Head up. Of course there's going to be a boss battle here once more, so I probably check the menus before... Oh, I don't. Okay, so that was a bit risky. It's the evil eye protecting that item. So we'll just straight attack here. We're actually pretty low on HP on the thief. I should have probably elected to heal the thief there, but a single hit takes out the evil eye. I probably discovered this room after when I should have, because that boss battle seemed way too easy for my liking. And we obtained the Levistone, I assume it's pronounced. So we can't reach those chests from here. I think I tracked back for those later on, but we will move on here. I then stumbled upon this desert, and I got really lucky, because if I had discovered this desert before the Cavern of Ice, I probably hadn't returned here for quite a while. But I enter the desert and this cutscene plays. We use the Levistone we just obtained earlier on. Now this is literally half an hour after I cleared the Cavern of Ice when I discovered this place. And we obtain the airship. This will finally give us access to the northern continents, which I had been circling in the last part for 2 or 3 hours almost, trying to figure out where I could dock and enter, because I assumed that's where the game would progress. I then fly to those northern continents. I did some investigating in the local towns, and then eventually came upon this castle, or ruins of a castle, or whatever it is. Obviously before I head in I'm gonna heal, never know what to expect. Be prepared is usually what I like to do, so we head in here and I see it is the Citadel of Trials. Now I have no clue exactly what to do. I head out again, probably trying to look around the outside of the map, but it will only allow you to enter. You come bearing the crown, I see. Your fortitude cannot be questioned, indeed not. Very well, I shall grant you the right to undergo the trials. Go now, sit upon the throne. Your courage will be put to the test. If true courage dwells within you, you will find proof of it here. So that mage disappears, or ancient, I can't remember what the name for the character class is. Of course, I checked the one room, there's the throne, so we'll check the rest of the map first quickly before we head on. No other rooms around, so we're safe to head onto the throne and take on this test of courage. Right, we're going to move on. It's basically a maze or a labyrinth. Well, I suppose it's basically like a dungeon, like every dungeon in the game. I eventually get to this part here with 4 chests. Get a cottage, some gil, and as in most chests, there are monsters inside. Also, these clay golems. I'm not really sure if they really pose a threat. They hadn't throughout the trials, but maybe they have some attack that could one-shot a warrior. So I go for Blizzaga, which I had obtained in the meantime in one of the newly accessible towns. And that will take out the first clay golem, that's the second one down. The attack misses, so I guess I'll never find out if they could one-shot me or not. We just defend with the 2 mages to make sure we make it without losing a warrior. We get the gauntlets, which is some type of armor, I think. And then here's the final treasure chest, and with the animation that tells me it's the end of the trial, and we obtain the rat's tail. I was wondering what the rat's tail is. It is a key item, so I can't use it. I'll have to bring it to someone, I was assuming. Here I made a critical error by splitting my 2 hardest hitters on 2 different dragon zombies rather than focusing in on one. But this should probably take them out. I elect to defend with my mage again since they were doing no damage. And that's both dragon zombies done and the Citadel of Trials 2. So once I left here, got back down to the lower level, and then I was doing some exploring. I tried to enter a tower in that desert, but I was unable to, so I decided to head to the northern continent on the west. However, I saw that there was holes in the ground here, and we had encountered a hole in the ground earlier. And I decided this one has 2 holes, so there's probably a cave connecting them. So I went down this hole here, and I landed in the dragon caves. So I was expecting some battle with dragons. We had seen a lot of dragon zombies and red dragons earlier on. We get to the 2nd floor below ground level. And this looks a little creepy. I'm expecting a boss battle here. These dragons, the Dragon King looks within to measure a person's true courage. And then this one says, this is the chamber of Bahamut, the Dragon King, mind your tongue. So this must be Bahamut then. Long has it been since men of courage stood before me. Your bravery seems worthy of consideration. So the rat's tail you carry is a fitting token of courage and strength. Now I got unbelievably lucky, so be it. I shall honour you with titles befitting your valour. So luckily I did the Citadel of Trials before I headed in here. I don't know if I would have had to fight them if I didn't, or what would have happened, but I suppose there were some dragons in the towns I'd seen, and they were speaking of a trial of courage. So I didn't even realize what had happened there. I just thought we got a new title. And then I walked down and thought hopefully these interactions change, but they don't. And then here I realized, why did my character change? And I realized that the warrior had upgraded to the knight, the thief to the ninja, the white and black mage to the white wizard and the black wizard respectively. So I decided to head out. And in one of the towns I had been told about something hidden behind a waterfall. So I decided to roam around these northern continents and see if I could find a waterfall anywhere. And there we have a waterfall. We head into it and we are in the Waterfall Cavern. So I hope this isn't too shaky. It looks a little shaky, but everything seems to be right with the recording. Yeah, these nightmares, I was slightly worried, although I do one-shot them. I think they can petrify me or one-shot me. Got rid of it. Eventually landed here in this room with all of these treasure chests. We get plenty of gil here for making it through the Waterfall Cavern, and this is the robot, or what they've been speaking about, and they give me a cube. Flying Fortress, please. Tiamat. Right, I didn't really know what to make of it, but we obtain the warp cube here. I don't know, did I actually figure out what to do with the warp cube? I don't think so. Buzz were, and that's the final interaction with that robot or golem or whatever it is. So we head out of here again. These pyroliths are pretty dangerous because they can petrify me. If they petrify the full squad, obviously it will be over, but I use a single blizzard to knock them all out with a single hit. Once we get there, black mage, or black wizard I should now say, unaffected, and we one-shot them, and that's us out of the Waterfall Cavern again. Now in one of the towns we've been told that there's a caravan in the desert. I hadn't seen anything overworld, but here we land in the caravan. Now again, I like to roam first and discover what's going on, and I accidentally leave again before I head back in and into the caravan itself. And this is a shop, by the way. And here's the bottled fairy. We've been told in Gaia that the local spring fairy had been captured and sold, and this is where it had been sold to, so we purchase it back. Don't know if there's another way of maybe fighting the shopkeeper rather than buying it. Probably has to be bought. I decide here then to sell some of my weapons that I don't use. I was thinking maybe they give us more money for, or more gil for what it's worth. Probably didn't end up being that way. Of course, before I sell it, I equip the optimal weapons and armory on my Warriors of Light. and then I'll head in here and sell. So to summarize, we have the Faerie. We can head back to Gaia and bring it back to its spring. We also still have the warp cube that I don't quite know what to do with. We'll probably figure that out in the next part. Yeah, as I said, I stream these over on Twitch. Welcome to join me anytime over there. I usually stream this on a Thursday, mostly it's Thursdays. But I have a schedule there if you want to check out when I'm streaming which game exactly. Just speaking about that while we sell these. I don't know why I didn't cut this. I could have easily cut this from the video, but yeah. Editing videos isn't my forte, I think it's fair to say. So I'll just sell all of these and then head out again. Yeah, we're almost done here. Oh no, we're not almost done. So what else can I speak about? Yeah, we have plenty of other games we stream as well, as you can see on the channel. I usually try and upload, since recently, highlight videos or compilations rather than the full stream. The full streams are available. Also, actually, I'll link the full stream of this Final Fantasy playthrough at the top here. And there we go. We've sold all our not used armory and weaponry. We head back to the airship. I was doing some more investigating, or I think I forgot where Gaia was and I went to the wrong town first. So we fly back to Gaia, which is located in this northeastern part of the map. We land there and head in, and as we walk in, the bottled Faerie escapes its bottle and runs off. So I went north, pretty easy to figure out. Yeah, I interact here in case the villagers say something different than they did before. However, it turns out that isn't the case. Now, in the other town I had visited there to figure out where I thought the Faerie belonged, there was a woman that built a submarine, and they were talking about not being able to breathe inside it underwater. So I had to figure out something to discover for them. And while I did so, of course, I went up here. I think I was looking for the villager that had told me that he nicked the Faerie. And I think it was this guy here. Yeah, I caught the Faerie, so I figured she's mine to do with as I please. What's the big deal? So I sold her to the Caravan. That's the guy who told us it was at the Caravan, or the Faerie was. So we head up here to this spring, and there the Faerie is. You're the ones who rescued me from that bottle. I'm sorry about running away, but I was just so scared. I'll get you some oxyale from the bottom of the spring to make up for it. Okay, now I didn't know what oxyale is, but the Faerie is about to explain it to us. So they go down to retrieve this for us. And there we go, we have obtained the oxyale. And these seem to be key items every time. Air will flow out of the water for as long as you have it. So I was assuming this would allow us to ride the submarine. I'm not sure, and I wanted to head there, but I think we'd been streaming for 4 to 5 hours already. That should be the end, or where I end it, and then I'll be back next week with more Final Fantasy. I'll see you then.